If you have ever thought about quitting your dream job and starting a new life, then this video is for you. Because at the beginning of this year, I packed up my entire life in Australia and moved to Mexico. But this journey did not start overnight. I am on a journey to make each year the best year of my life. That doesn't necessarily mean I am going to push myself to make every year better than the last, but I simply want to experience new things. I want to grow, learn, and embrace the experiences that come my way. It's about enjoying the present moments and appreciating what each year has to offer, whether that's challenges or wins. My goal is to feel fulfilled knowing I'm doing my best and getting better along the way. It's not about comparison or keeping up with anyone else, but about building a life that feels good to me. Now, at 24, in my mid-20s, I look back and realize just how much my life has changed. From leaving behind a stable, secure life to creating the freedom I have today. And that's exactly what I want to talk about in this video. How I decided to leave my dream job and chase a dream life instead. Hi, I'm Brittany. I'm 24, and at the beginning of this year, I packed up my life in Australia and moved all the way across the world to Mexico. It sounds like a big leap, right? But to be honest, that's not where the story truly begins. If you're watching this, chances are you might be in the same place that I was. Maybe you're feeling the itch for something different, something more. And if you're anything like me, you've probably been thinking about doing something like this for a while, dreaming about a change but not sure how to take the first step. Well, I'm here to share my journey about how I went from a stable, predictable life to chasing the life that I really wanted. I thought I'd start by sharing my journey and then offering some advice for those of you that are in the same situation, whether you're just starting this journey, somewhere in the middle of it, or even just thinking about making a big change. I've been there, and I want to share with you what I've learned along the way to help you on your own path. For me, this all started back in 2023. I had just turned 22. I was in the midst of my early 20s. I was in my second year of teaching in a small country town in Australia. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely loved it, but I couldn't help feel this nagging feeling that something was missing. I felt so burnt out, and I started to wonder if this is how I wanted it to be for the rest of my life. It wasn't about the job itself, because I definitely know that I want to return one day, but it was ultimately about the way that it was draining me. I was giving so much, and I just felt like I had nothing left to give. And that's when I knew something had to change. So in May of that year, I applied to work in a summer camp in America, and by October, I had found out that I had been placed. It was in that moment that I knew I would have to say goodbye to teaching at the end of that year. Teaching had been my dream job, but I knew that the way that I was feeling, I knew I needed to hit pause on that chapter of my life. I had this overwhelming sense that I needed to step out of my comfort zone and go and see the world and just experience something completely different. Since I was living on the other side of the world, I figured why not make the most of it? So I decided to travel to Canada and then around the US before heading to camp. I asked my brother to tag along with me, and we did a Kentucky, and we had the time of our life. Then I headed to camp. I spent 7 weeks in a bunk with 8-year-old girls, and I met the most amazing people from all over the world. I even met my boyfriend. But like all good things, summer came to an end. After wrapping up my post-camp travels, saying goodbye to all my new camp friends, and of course, my new Mexican boyfriend, I made the long trip back to Australia, returning to reality. When I returned to Australia, I actually went back into teaching for the final term, which actually reignited my passion for being in the classroom. But in October of 2024, I found myself making the biggest decision of my life. I was heading back to Mexico in 2025 to be with my boyfriend. And now here we are, March of 2025, living in Mexico and building the life that I never imagined possible. Now, I couldn't really tell you the turning point for me and the moment that my life completely changed. Maybe it was my first taste of real travel, or meeting people from all around the world from my Kentucky and my camp. Maybe it was meeting my boyfriend who was from another country. But somewhere along the way, my life completely shifted, my goals changed, and ultimately my mindset changed. And so I am here to share my experiences and offer some advice to you. Yes, I am 24, and some might think that is too young to be making such a big life change, but others might think that it's too late to be making some life changes. But just know that no matter how old you are, it's never too early or too late. Whether you're 16 or 60, it's important to know that you can change your life. It's your life. I used to worry that I would fall behind, not doing what my friends are doing or what is expected of me. But I had to ask myself, what does falling behind even mean? I realized that falling behind is just a comparison game, and the only person's opinions that matter are your own. So I've been wanting to make this channel for a while, but I honestly just never thought that my life was important enough. But the truth is, I'm partially doing this for myself. I have so many exciting things happening that I want to document, but also because I know that there are so many people going through what I've been through. If this video and channel could reach just one person to make them realize that they're not alone, then I would be happy. Because I know how it feels to feel stuck, uncertain, and unsure of what the next step is. 2 years ago, I was faced with a decision: stay in my dream job of being a teacher or go out and see the world. And believe it or not, I had to make that choice twice. Once in 2020 and then once again last year when I decided to come here. But at the end of the day, in my mind, I am still young, and having this opportunity presented straight to me, I felt like I had to take it. Yes, some might say that I did it for love, but to me, it's so much more than that. In such a short time, I have been accepted into a family and a culture that I never thought possible. And it's changed my life in more ways than I could imagine. On this channel, I want to help you navigate the journey of quitting your job to pursue something truly important to you, whether that be travel or just deciding to choose a new career path completely. I'll be sharing the process of packing up your life, the costs, the challenges you might face, and how to push through that negative mindset that often holds us back. In May of this year, I'll be traveling to the UK and Europe to experience those new cultures and see what those countries have to offer. I'll be filming the entire experience, sharing my itineraries, and breaking down the costs. So if that's something that you're interested in, then make sure you keep an eye out for those videos. I'm also going on another Contiki through Europe like I did last year in Canada, so I'm more than happy to share my experiences about that as well. Then in June, I'll be going back to my summer camp. I'll be sharing all my experiences about working in a camp in America, what it's like to live and work in another country, and experiencing yet another culture. I'll talk about the costs involved, I'll do shopping hauls, show you everything that I'm taking, packing videos, my day-to-day life at camp, and any advice that I can offer if you're thinking about doing something similar. Plus, I'll also be posting videos of my camp travels. And of course, I'll be posting videos of my life here in Mexico, in particular, what it is like living in a country where you don't speak that language. But I am learning, and I hope that when I come back from my travels that I will be signing up for Spanish classes. If any of this sounds interesting to you, then make sure that you subscribe, because I'm so excited to take you along this journey with me. I just want to be completely transparent with you and share everything that I've learned and will continue to learn on this life-changing journey. After all, it's not every day that you get to work in a summer camp or live in another country or just experience the world firsthand. Some people never get that opportunity, and I feel so lucky, and I just really want to share it with you guys. And of course, if there is anything else that you would like to see or know about, then please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear all your thoughts or questions, and I'll make sure that I address them in my videos. But that's all from me today. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.